we are going to discuss about finance management. So before understanding the finance management, let's take a general example. In our daily life, in our home itself, every month beginning, when your parents get their hard earned money, their salary. So what is the first step your mother will do? First, your mother will make a list of groceries which can be able to run for the complete month, and then she will look for important necessities, and then with careful consideration she will also consider if something is required by you or by your family members, and in that way your mother will divide the money into various activities so that the complete month can run smoothly in our home, right? So finance management also runs in the same manner. There is no difference. So the finance management also, as the word itself says, the management of finance of an organization is called as finance management. And it is considered as a very important method. It is important, efficient, as well as very effective method. And the finance management, the main goal of the finance management is to raise the capital. Capital means the amount of cash which a business hold or the organization hold, that is called as capital. So the finance management, the finance manager is responsible in maintaining that capital and raising that capital. Maintaining that capital and raising that capital. Raising that capital means by bringing profits to the organization. And the finance manager have to make sure that to allocate, they have to allocate the money, the funds to each department of the organization, so that all the departments can work efficiently without any breaks, without any crisis, all the departments to work efficiently. The finance manager will allocate the funds to different departments for their different activities. That is finance management. And J.F. Bradley have defined financial management as it is an area of business management. Finance management is an area of business management which is devoted to the judicious use. Judicious means when you are making a good judgment, when you are making a good judgment after a lot of consideration of different factors. So that is called as judicious. So financial management means it is the management where you are going to handle the capital, where you are going to handle the complete cash of the organization in a careful manner, giving consideration to the important ones, and a careful selection of source of capital. So capital means the amount of cash which is present in the organization, the total cash. And source of capital means from where are we getting that cash, from where are we obtaining that cash, that is source of capital. So the source of capital, you don't need to mention in financial management. I'm just giving it for so that you can know it. So source of capital are divided into two types. One is debt financing, DEBT. Debt financing. The second one is equity financing. These two are the different sources of capital. So in debt financing, what they are going to do is they are going to take a huge amount of loan. They are going to take huge amount of loan and they will start their services, and with their profits they will once again pay back the loan. That is debt financing. And equity financing means, in this, a group of investors are involved. A group of investors are involved. Mean, for example, you are going to build a organization. So if you want to build a organization, you need some amount of cash, and getting that much huge amount is not an easy task for you. So for that purpose, what you will do is, you are going to gain investors. You are going to get your investors who will be ready to invest their money into your organization. Investors will keep their money into your organization. And once you start your services, whatever profit you make, you have to give some percentage of the profit to the investor. That is equity financing. Means they are going to keep their money for you, and in return they will be expecting some percentage of the profit. So these are the two different sources of capital. So financial management have to look at the different sources of capital based on the services they provide. Based on the services they provide, and finally they have to make sure that the goals of the organization, the objectives of the organization, the policies and the services, everything should be met accordingly. So that is the definition which is given by J.F. Bradley. Next is the other definition which has been given by Howard and Option. So they have said, they have given definition in a similar terms. Mean the meaning is the same. They have just changed the words. So financial management, it is defined as an area of administrative functions. So in business management also, one of the functions will be administrative part. So it is an area of administrative functions which is carried out by the organization, and that relate with the arrangement of cash and credit. It relates with the arrangement of cash and credit, so that organization may have the means to carry out its objective. So a organization income, the organization revenue, it should never be zero. The revenue should always be high, so that the organization can provide their continuous resources, continuous services, and along with that they can be able to provide salaries for their employees. So then only the organization can be successful, and financial management can also be successful. And the last definition for financial management is, financial management is defined as the management of finance. The word itself says the meaning. Financial management means the management of finance of a business or organization, so has to achieve their objectives and goals. And there are two important objectives for financial management. They have to follow two important objectives, which is to create wealth for the business. Means financial management should always think about the measures which can bring profit to the organization. That's why the term financial management, who can manage the finance in a proper manner which cannot lead to loss. So the main focus should be to bring the profits to the organization. And the second is also the same, to generate cash, means to generate the profit and provide an adequate return on investment, bearing in mind the risk the business is taking. Means they have to ensure the profit. Along with that, they should also focus on the returns, on the investment, return on investment, bearing in mind whatever the business can fall into risk, and all these factors have to be taken into account. So a pharmacist, a hospital pharmacist is not a part of hospital management. Both the duties, the roles, the responsibilities, completely it is different. But a hospital pharmacist have to know how to prepare a financial plan, how to prepare a budget. A hospital pharmacist should know how to prepare a budget. And that budget or financial plan should involve the income of the employees and also the expenses which is paid by the organization. So a hospital pharmacist have to prepare their own budget. Along with that, a hospital pharmacist have to ensure that the junior pharmacist, means newly recruited staff in the pharmacy, the junior pharmacist should also be involved. The junior pharmacist along with the hospital pharmacist, they have to be involved in preparation of the financial plan. And if a hospital pharmacy, if it decide to manufacture their own medicines, then in such cases, the organization have to develop a separate manufacturing unit for the pharmacy. And this manufacturing unit, whichever has been developed by the organization, they should also have some staff. The manufacturing unit should also have some administrative staff who is having very good experience in accounts, in purchase, in billing, in distribution, in revenue, in profit and loss calculation, and many more. And all of these things means when a hospital pharmacist, whenever they are going to prepare a budget plan along with the junior pharmacist, whenever they prepare a financial plan or a budget plan, it should be checked by the head of the department. It should be checked by the head of the department. And if a hospital pharmacy decides to keep a separate manufacturing unit, then the head of the department will only be kept as a supervisor for the manufacturing unit. And most of the functions of financial management, like estimation of the capital requirement, means how much amount of funds we require, and composition of capital, and choice of source of funds, means just now I have said about debt financing and equity financing, and investment are completely taken care by the top hospital management. So this complete financial management will be only be taken care by the governing bodies and board of members. But along with them, along with the governing bodies and along with the board of directors, the head of the department or the directors of the hospital pharmacy department, they should also help the board members. They should also help the board members in making a final decision. And they can only be involved, the head of the department and directors of the hospital pharmacy, they can only be involved in the top management for minor purposes, for only small purpose. And those minor functions are like management of cash of the department, which should be looked by the HOD, so that the funds will not be wasted. A organization have to make sure that the cash should not get wasted. It should be properly utilized, and if required, it should be saved, but it should not be wasted. And what are the different methods to generate the income? So all these things will be looked over by the head of the department of hospital pharmacy. So this is about financial management.